When we talk about the color palette generator, there's really two ways that you can get there. Every time I start a wheel, even though I am a seasoned wheel builder, I always start in the create a new wheel button, right? I always start here. And so I'm going to put down a beach. Oh no, we're going to make it even better. We're going to do a Greece beach vacation. Okay. So let's say fun in the sun. Fill out your blanks. Now we're going to skip all of this because this is not what tonight's about. Tonight is about this, picking a color theme. Picking a color theme. So default means that you are going to go and manually add a segment, and it's going to it's going to arbitrarily pick one for you, and you're going to decide whether you like it or don't, or you're going to change it. This is where you use the color palette generator. This generates a unique palette using AI based on a text prompt or an image. The base color is not anything that we have up and running yet. We were having some trouble with that, so that we've taken that away. So it's AI using a text prompt or giving an image for them to for AI to follow. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So automatically, still in the wizard, this is what comes up. So I can do a prompt which says a beach, Greek vacation. I kind of put those two words backward, but that's okay. Let's just see what happens. That's a prompt, right? And I'm just giving it a word prompt. Let's see what happens and see if I like it. Okay, so there's all of these colors. Now I can either save this, and when I click save, it's going to save to this library right here. So if I like it, I can save it. I can also go and change this to anything I want. I can call it anything I want. Now, if it's a prompt and I typed in words, it assumes that's what I want, but you can change that, right? So that's one way. And then I can build the wheel from here. But maybe I don't like this and I want it to reshuffle. I want it just to regenerate. Beach Greek. Oh, I like this one better. Maybe this is the one I want to save up into the library. But if not, I can reshuffle again. But right now, what I'm going to do is go over and I'm going to say, I have an image. This is how my brain works. I have an image and I'm going to go grab that image and I'm going to bring it over. And I'm saying to the AI Wheel Builder, pick me colors that look good with this. This to me makes such good sense. I think with writing a prompt, you're still going to have to make a lot of decisions, and I'm looking for quick. I'm looking for fast. So if I want to save this, it called it vibrant scenery. That's not going to remind me of what this is later. So I'm going to call it my Greek beach vacation. Or I can just put beach. I can put vacation. I can put whatever I want there. And I'm going to save that to the library. I can also, if I didn't have this image already stored on my computer, I can embed that URL. I could also go into browse. One thing I want to show you guys, do you see this slider right here? I've got a slider to the right and I've got a slider here. So slide down to the bottom. Well, let me show you this. Let me type in something first. I'm going to type in beach. And if this doesn't slide all the way down, I want you to go and work with the interior slider. Okay, I get comments on this sometimes. People get a little, this slides this part and this slides all the way down. Okay, so let's say that I actually want this. This is going to be, if I wanted to browse this image. Now you can hit replace and it will replace for you. And you can either build or you can add that to the library as well. And if I go back here, you can see these are my saved ones. And you will be able to, you can't right now, but in the next 48 hours, you'll be able to change the name of it here as well if you choose to do that, if you forget to do it while you're on the palette generator. I love this too because these are all my recents. Why would this be important? Maybe I put in all my brand hex colors for something and they're already in here and I don't want to do it every time. Go back and look in your recents or in your saved, right? So you have these here and you can delete these as well. You can save the recents to library. Oh, I'm sorry. This right here, you're already saved in your library, but recents, oh, good, they did push it. So you can save this to the library from here as well. So if you're ready to build, you can go ahead and build. Now, there's no colors there. Well, that's because it doesn't know which colors of the palette I want to use yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into design, info, design, and access. Design is all the pretty things. It's the color palette generator. That's called the theme, your theme of it, okay? Your portrait is the middle, your wallpaper is the outside, your style is text header, paragraph, so on and so forth. And then segments is where you can add segments. But I'm going to go into theme. Here's my color palette generator, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to go in and add my portrait real quick. So I already had that portrait saved. Okay. And then I'm going to go in when I go into my back over to my theme and I open this color palette generator, I can go up to the library and I can pull the ones that I want. And I think this was the one that and it's going to tell me that's the one we're going to use. Now I have all my colors for that. So when I start adding segments, it's actually choosing from all of these colors that are right there. So that's where it's coming from. It's coming from my wheel palette right here. And if you don't like one or you want to move one around, you know you can move it. So this is how you use that color palette generator. Now, I used it brand new on a brand new wheel, didn't I? But let's go and say that let's go into my gallery. And now that you know how to use it, you're going to be like, I'm going to go after those ugly wheels that I couldn't figure out, right? So let's say that I'm going into this one here, and I'm going to go into edit and I want to change the colors. I'm going to change, let's say I'm going to change let's say I'm going to change the photo on the inside. So I would go in and I'd go in and I'd find a portrait. And oh, I'm not going to do it this way. Let's say I'm going to go in and I'm going to browse. And I'm going to browse cookies. And I'm going to replace it. So now I have that, but I'm going to go back to theme and I'm going to open up that palette generator and I'm going to pull that same image in there. I'm just going to browse that. And I've replaced it. And it's going to tell me, hey, I'm going to change the color segments. Are you cool with that? And I'm going to say yes. And now it did it automatically for me. That's how fast you can do it. So if you want to change your image, even if you have an image that you like, take that image and put it into the color palette generator. Maybe you just want your segment colors different. So go in and find your old wheels, find one that you like your portrait, but you don't like the colors that you've chosen. All you have to do is go down and find one of those portraits or find one of those. And you go into edit. And when you go into design, you can go in and pull that image. I don't know if I have that particular image now. Let me see if I do. But I think you can, let's just see what I can pull up here. Of course, it's going to do that. But let's just say that I'm selecting that and it will change it. So you can go in and change the colors to whatever you want based off of the picture you put in there. Does that make sense? And it takes a little bit of practice. You just kind of got to go figure out. But I always like to start with the portrait. Does anybody on here that's using, and I know you use the color palette generator, do you have any tips that you have figured out that you like doing? I don't know, I think is Ann still with us? I shouldn't have said that without looking. Oh, oh, Ann, are you there? Oh, we can't hear you. Can anybody, is it just me? Can I not hear
Yeah,
Ann?
no, I
Oh,
just unmuted myself. Yeah, no, I'm still learning. So what you're saying makes total sense. I love it.
okay, good, good. Is there anybody else on here that has any input or is having any struggles with using the color palette generator that I can help you with? Because it's literally that simple. And again, I'd go into your gallery, find the wheels that you don't think are aesthetically pleasing, that you haven't quite got the colors right, and open that color palette generator, plop your portrait into the color palette generator, and let it choose colors for you. And it'll say, when you say yes, accept, or build, it'll say, hey, I'm going to change all the colors that you have on there right now. Are you okay with that? And it does it that, and you just say yes, and it changes them for you. And I just absolutely love that. Okay, that is the color palette generator. Super simple. So again, you can get there from starting a brand new wheel or going through and choosing ones that you already have. Now, if you choose really simple photos like this one, it's not going to come up with but maybe 4 or 5 colors. There's really not very many colors in that. There's a ton of colors in this, so it's going to come up with a lot. It's going to come up with a lot here as well. But you have to remember, if you see that it only gives you 4 or 5, you either need to change your portrait, or maybe you're only going to have 4 or 5 segments in that wheel, and that's fine. But just understand that it doesn't give you an arbitrary amount. It doesn't say there's 10 for every wheel. It's what can they pull from the image that you've given them, right? Um, okay. Any questions on this? This was really fast today. If there are no questions on this, I'm going to show you just a couple things. Again, I think everybody on here, I think I recognize everyone's name. I think everyone on here has the app already. We are recording this and we're going to be sending it out to everyone. So I am very quickly, and again, I'll open it up for questions at the end, but I'm going to quickly go back over and run over to a slide over here. You already have the app. Hey, just so you guys know, the mobile app has actually been launched to us. So we are playing with it already. So we are very, very close. For any of you that are investors in our app that are on here, make sure you attend tomorrow morning's meeting because we are demonstrating the mobile app. But for those of you that are not investors, that's okay. I'm going to be demonstrating it very soon for you. We're working on the glitches internally first before we turn it over to our ambassadors to play with it second, which is a lot of fun. This is kind of a little visual. Here you've got your name, your link vault. If you scroll to the right, you've got your business box. If you scroll again, you've got your featured wheel, and here are all your wheels. You'll be able to explore from the app. You'll get alerts. I'm on the gallery now, but you can always pop back to your gallery, your settings, and your office. You'll be able to do all of this from here. You can share from here, and you'll be able to do editing from here as well. So that's super, super exciting. So keep an eye out on all the social channels for this, okay? For those of you that have not used this yet, if you're still using the free version and you're enjoying that, that's awesome. We hope that you're getting everything you need out of that. If you're finding you want to upgrade, all you have to do is go into the top right little portal, and you can, where your little wheel is on the top right, and you can open that up, and you can go over to subscriptions on which will show on the left-hand side, and you can compare them and see what you get. So for anybody on our trainings that wants to upgrade to Pro Suite, you get a lot more wheels. You probably will never fill that space. And you get a lot more AI tokens. That's where we use tokens to help us build wheels. And you also get more referral revenue. For those of you that don't know, we have a referral program on our app, and we want to give back. So our top 2 subscription levels get referral income back. So whenever we do promos, we make this code active again. The code is PS, which stands for Pro Suite 200 forever. It's normally $500 a year. For if you're on our trainings, you can get it for $200 every single year. You'll never be charged that $500. This code gets you every single year. You can only pay $200. If you don't want the Pro Suite, but you want one of the other 2 paid subscriptions, the premium is what gets you into the premium, and Pro Suite gets you into the earnings program. Please use our 50 annual code. Please do not pay full price. You know about these codes and use these codes if you guys want to upgrade. And then make sure that you're following us on Facebook. as well. This is our Facebook community. This is not our FA community. This is our Facebook community. When I say FA, that stands for Founding Ambassador. You all are not all of you are founding ambassadors. Many of you are. And just so you know, we have been building a wheel with all of these trainings in them. So we have last week's training and this week's training are all in a wheel, and we will have that wheel on the social channels tomorrow. And that wheel, more and more segments will get added as we do more training. So be looking for that wheel. We'll pin it to the top of our socials. So if anybody wants the training, wants to re-watch this or watch last week's, you can go to that wheel and you can clone that wheel. We will make that wheel clonable and it will be a synchronized wheel. That means that you don't have to keep going back to the Facebook group to get it. You clone the wheel into your own gallery. And then when we update it, we synchronize it on our end. You get a notification that it's been cloned, and you automatically in that wheel will have all of the latest updated trainings in there. So that's super cool how that works. Okay.